Hello, I'm John Roberts. Welcome to my channel. This will be the first Axis game in my placement matches. But before we start, I would like to ask you to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments about what you think about these games. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, Germany round one. Let's take a look at what Soviet Union did. 8 infantry, just a straight infantry buy. I got my destroyer with one of his Soviet fighters, but at the cost of the fighter. So that's interesting. West Russia, he lost 5 infantry there. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6 remaining in West Russia. And he was left with 1 tank in Ukraine. Fighter in Caucasus, his only fighter in Caucasus. He balled up his eastern troops over here in Yakut. Left 3 infantry in Archangel. Then moved the submarine to C-Zone 7. So with the Germans, we need to buy a lot of land. But I'm going to consider a bomber here. I lost the fighter and the bomber. Germany's left with no bomber. Might be good to have a bomber. 7 infantry and 2 artillery. It's a pretty standard Germany round 1 purchase. Combat move. Send all these subs. Now we're short a cruiser, so we can only come in here with 5. Hopefully that works out. And he can only come into Karelia with 10 units, so I'm going to stack it up. I will also take Ukraine. 2 infantry and 2 fighters should be able to manage 1 tank handedly. Actually, we want to leave 1 infantry in Belarusia. Battleship versus destroyer. Try to take Transjordan. May the dice gods be with us. Okay, so unfortunately we were unable to clear out C-Zone 7, but we got the transport. Landed 2 fighters in Northwest Europe. Tank. 2 more tanks. Land all of our aircraft in Northwest Europe. Move the infantry and the anti-aircraft gun into there as well. Use the transport. All the tanks in Baltic states, anti-aircraft, basically moving everything east. All the African units east, double and triple check. Looks good. Everything in Berlin. Okay, let's see what UK has in store for us. Okay, Japan round 1. Let's review United Kingdom's round. To purchase 2 destroyers, 1 infantry, 2 tanks. Liberated France. Took out the transport. Took back Transjordan. Lost an infantry. Got the transport and destroyer. C-Zone 61. Landed 2 fighters in Egypt. Moved an infantry to India, moved an infantry to Rhodesia. Moved this little Tasmanian fleet out here. It looks like he's got a couple of infantry on there. A cruiser and a destroyer, C-Zone 8. And landed a fighter in the United Kingdom. Mobilized his units, 2 destroyers, C-Zone 8. 2 tanks and 1 infantry in India. So Japan needs transports. Japan needs transports. 3 of them. With 3 infantry. Start getting as many units as possible onto the mainland. We have to watch out with what the Allies do. I like to go for this Pearl Harbor just to deter a KJF. KJF defense can be complicated. That looks good. 3 infantry, 3 transports. Okay, we get those 5 units here in C-Zone 53. And those 5 units, we want the cruiser here, not the aircraft carrier. Left Burma open, so we could just walk right in, and we can assault Yunnan. He did leave this transport here. I'm going to want to get that. It means we have to position an aircraft carrier here in C-Zone 36, but I don't want him just having a transport running around, not when I can get rid of it oh so simply. He left Bariathia open, like to assault Anhui. Do my double and triple checking. Looks good. May the dice gods be with us. Okay, I almost made a mistake here in C-Zone 53. I forgot to choose the fighter as a casualty, but luckily he did get one more hit, because otherwise I would have had to bring this aircraft carrier to C-Zone 53, and I don't want to do that. I want to leave it in C-Zone 50 and land this fighter on it, and bring this bomber, land him in Solomon. This cruiser, all but lost, but he blocks them from taking Solomon. Makes this a safer landing point than Wake Island. Need to put this aircraft carrier in C-Zone 36. We'll put the battleship with her. Land 2 fighters on the aircraft carrier as well. Land these 2 fighters here in Kwangtung. So folks, I have made a really bad mistake here. I absolutely forgot to attack C-Zone 61. So now the United Kingdom have a cruiser and aircraft carrier right here. So it's a little gift for him, I guess. So instead, I'm going to land this aircraft carrier, or send this aircraft carrier to C-Zone 36 and land this fighter with the bomber. Land this fighter here. I can bring this infantry up to kind of babysit it. This fighter here. So I need to leave these here, the battleship and the destroyer, to defend my transports. Very unfortunate. So let's take a tank and an infantry, land them in Bariatia, battleship and the destroyer here. Mistakes, mistakes. I say it every turn, double and triple check. This is what happens when you don't. Okay. Mobilize. Transports. Infantry. Let's see what USA has in store for us. Okay, so I have to apologize. I lost the video for Germany round 2. So let's just review what happened. So first I reviewed United States. Round 1, 3 transport, cruiser, 1 tank, 1 infantry. Cruiser's kind of an interesting. Some say the cruiser is just not a useful unit for the cost. I don't know about that, but I do know that I would rather have 2 destroyers for 16 than 1 cruiser for 12. Kwangtung, infantry in Kazakh, fighter to India, cruiser, destroyer, fighters to Eastern Canada, bomber to United Kingdom, fighter to Western Canada, and he moved these units from Western USA through the Panama Canal to C-Zone 19, so we gotta keep an eye on that. Not exactly sure what he has in mind there. Mobilizes units all out of this industrial complex. So then we had Soviet Union, 8 infantry, 1 artillery. He only took Ukraine, which I obviously took back. He was stacking up Russia, kind of split his stack actually, between Caucasus and Russia. Mobilization. So I decided to use my Air Force to go after a Navy that was here, and it worked out very well. I sent 5 fighters. So on my Germany round 2, I purchased 12 infantry and 1 tank. And I used my Air Force to destroy 1 cruiser, 3 destroyers, and 1 transport, while only losing 1 fighter, so that worked out very well. Took back France and Ukraine. I think that should hold nicely. 9 tanks and 2 infantry versus a potential 8 infantry, 1 tank, 1 fighter. Sounds pretty safe. And West Russia I took. Landed all my aircraft up in Karelia. Karelia looks pretty safe. You can only get with 3 infantry, 1 tank, 1 fighter. Repositioned some of my units. Decided to leave 2 units in Belarusia, help defend Ukraine. Though I don't think he's going to get Ukraine. Moved my units east, moved my units east, moved my units east. Got these units here in 15. I didn't have anything to transport over, so they kind of just sat idle. 1 tank, 9 infantry in Germany, 2 infantry in Karelia, 1 infantry in Italy. So let's see what United Kingdom has in store for us. Okay, Japan round 2. Let's check out United Kingdom. Purchase 3 fighters. Put some units in Caucasus. He's going to attempt to hold Caucasus. I don't know if it's going to work out for him. Only time will tell. Moved some units into Egypt. Anglo-Egypt. 2 fighters in Archangel. And he moved these cruisers out of there. Put the 3 fighters in India. Okay, so Japan has 4 transports and 6, 7, 8, and 9 units. So we need 7 more units. We'll get a fighter, and we'll upgrade a couple of these. Save an IPC. Looks good to me. Okay, so take some free land, free land, free land, and we'll assault Kwangtung. So we'll go for this thing, my little mistake. With a 3-on-2, I'm happy with the 3-on-2. Bring the battleship along. Double, triple check. Looks good. May the dice gods be with us. Okay, so we ended up losing a fighter there. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but it did. Land the bomber here. Just land all our fighters in Yunnan. We don't need them out in the water right now. Move these 3. I don't know what he has in mind with these 5 infantry, but we'll keep an eye on them. Stack up in Yunnan. I made a slight logistical mistake in my purchases. It's no big deal. For some reason I was thinking I was going to be able to pick up these 2 units here, but I can't do that this round. It's not that big a deal. Of course, mistakes is one of the biggest reasons I do not play at a higher level. One of the first things you can do to improve your play, don't make mistakes. To triple and double check. Take a look around. Looks good. Okay, fighter, artillery, infantry. Probably want to think about an industrial complex for next round. Let's see what USA has in store for us. Okay, so Germany round 3. Let's review Soviet Union, 8 infantry. This is kind of like a turtle buy, no attacking units. And then he only did non-combat movements. Moved 3 infantry into Russia, 2 into Caucasus, and put the submarine here in Sea Zone 13. Did 4 and 4 for our mobilization. So Germany by 13 infantry, 1 artillery. So now we definitely got to get this fighter. We use a couple of these. And then we'll bring another infantry from here. Because it's not really possible to take this with 3, 4, 5, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. First 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, we're not doing that. So likely that's Germany's only combat move this round. I'm not seeing anything else that I want to do. This here came into consideration. I ran a calculator. It's about a 75% chance. So I think I'm just going to reinforce Libya for this turn. So we have 3 infantry in there so far. Let's just throw all the aircraft. Double check. I think I want to put the bomber here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It reaches. The fighters are still good there. Okay. May the dice gods be with us. Okay, so we made him pay for leaving those 2 fighters there. Like I said, I want to land this bomber in France. He doesn't really have anything. He has this bomber down here. France is well protected for the moment, considering what is in range. So I just realized I did not review United States round 2. Kind of just getting into the rhythm of making these videos. But with Germany's turn, you got to do both. 1 tank, 4 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 industrial complex. No combat for USA. Move the fleet down here. He put the industrial complex in Brazil. Interesting. My assumption is so that he can start ferrying into Africa. We've already seen that. Infantry. Landed a fighter in West Indies. And I guess the transport he had here, yeah, he moved this transport back. Okay. We already saw the industrial complex, and that's where he put his units. Okay, so we can get on with Germany. Non-combat moves. Bring an infantry over to reinforce Libya. Let's trade up infantry for the artillery gun. Keep moving east. Keep moving east. We'll leave these 2 as much into there as possible. We got 9, 10, 11. He's got 14, 15, 16. Let's move this out of here. Put the 9 tanks back up in Karelia. 1 infantry that way. Excuse me. Reassess the situation. I'm going to stack up Ukraine. We've got 9, 10, 11. With another 6. That's 17. He's got 14, 15, 16. That should be good. Maybe land the fighter there to be sure. The other fighter's here. He still has no threat to Karelia. We can do a bombing raid. These 4, we'll just move these over. Another tank. These infantry are all going to come over. Put the anti-aircraft gun here for now. Double and triple check. Looks good. I left West Russia open. It's a dead zone. He only has 1 tank. I guess he could technically blitz it, but it's no big deal. If I left one infantry here, he would be able to take it anyway. Instead of letting him trade the one infantry, I'm holding on to the one infantry. He could take this. I'm just going to take it back. We left one artillery in Germany, so we could put an artillery up here and an infantry. And just put 10 infantry here. The remaining 3 in Italy. Okay. Let's see what UK has in store for us. Okay, Japan round 3. Let's see what the United Kingdom did. 2 fighters, 1 infantry. Bombing raid. Pretty harsh. We'll have to see if he starts buying more bombers. Can start to be problematic if they start coming at you with groups of bombers and you just never shoot any of them down. I've had that happen. Put the bomber back in England. He reinforced this as well. Kind of a little standoff here. Put a couple of units in India. Move these guys up over here to Sea Zone 25. And 2 fighters and 1 infantry. So he's stacking up the fighters here in India. Okay, Japan. I want an industrial complex. And that leaves me enough for 7 units. Let's see what I actually need. Alright, so there's 5 units here. 6, 7. And then there's 2 here, so that's 8, 9. So I only need 8. So there's going to be 1 left behind. So I actually only need 7. That'll do. Okay, let's take this free land. Try and give us the possibility to do something about this. I can't really make an assault on this. Could try and take Kazakh, this 1 infantry and some fighters or something, on the chance that he doesn't hit back. But I actually think I want to hold this infantry here for now. Try to create a front over here at the Soviets' back door. Okay. No combat. Kind of a front going here. Bomber. Get these 2 units from the Philippines. All the units from Japan to the Philippines. Another fighter to land in Yunnan. Leave this 1 infantry here to block. I'm leaving my fighters here. I was thinking about putting them here for defense, but I want them in range of India. And if he takes Burma, they will not be in range of India from up here in Szechuan. He can bring 6, 7, 8 heavy hitters into Szechuan. I'm defending with 12. Maybe 1 fighter? No. Okay. Bring this infantry back here. Keep these guys together. Double, triple check. Okay. Looks good. Industrial complex in Manchuria. And all the rest of our units in Japan. Okay, let's see what the United States and Soviet Union have in store for us. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and do all the things that will help this channel to grow. Please join us for the next episode where we will begin with Germany round 4. And as always, thank you for watching.